Welcome to UAPB Currents. I'm your host, Shelly Roby Ingram, and today we're joined by Reverend Jesse Turner to talk about the Interested Citizens for Voter Registration, KINGFEST this year. Welcome to the show, Reverend Turner, and you have a guest who you brought with you today and a few guests who are here in the studio, but we'll get to meet them in just a bit. So tell us, welcome to the show.
Well, I'm glad to be here. Nice to be here always.
Okay. To start out, I know you wanted to give some information about ICVR to our audience so that they can be a little bit familiar with it before we get into the event that you're here to talk about today.
Yeah. Well, ICVR is 49 years old this year. This year marks the 49th year for the establishment of this organization. It was established by 9 local African Americans, some who were teachers here at UAPB, some who were physicians in our community. And since 1967, the organization has been on the cutting edge of social change for Pine Bluff. And so we are just proud to be a part of it. It started when I was just coming out of high school, but since then we have taken on the responsibility of being the director of it. We have been involved in social issues, from changing of ward elections so that it would be more fair to African Americans, to the school elections that we changed from at-large to zones, to the highway project that's out front here. The organization has really been involved.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, and how long have you been a part of ICVR? Did you get started when straight out of high school, or
No.
you were in high school?
I guess probably about 20 plus years we've been involved with the organization. And I left one organization to join this one because I thought that it could make a greater difference in Pine Bluff. And so we've just been there for KINGFEST, this is our 32nd year for doing the ICVR KINGFEST. We are the largest, I guess you would say, event that recognizes the legacy of Dr. King. We do a whole week of activities because we realized when we first started that Martin Luther King Jr. was about more than just civil rights. He was concerned with education, he was concerned with jobs, he was concerned with young people. And that's the focus that we really try to put on our I guess, efforts, so that young people will know about Martin Luther King and are able to talk about him and know some things that will be beneficial to those who will be coming behind them. So it's extremely important that we get our young people engaged.
Right. Now, what are there requirements that are in place for you to be a part of ICVR, or can anyone participate and be a part?
We have a King team where we use kids from the 6th through the 12th grade. Okay. We can use college students as well as mentors. But we use young people on the King team. They can be 12 years old all the way up to 19. And so we have that program that we teach them about the nonviolence principles. There are 6 principles of nonviolence that Martin Luther King taught. And we use those years to teach our young people about Dr. King and what he did. So anybody can be a part of it. There is no fee. We do require our kids to do community service so that they can get a feel of what it's like to give back to the community. And so that's one of our requirements, because with our pen or pencil program, we go to national youth trainings each year. And in order for them to go there, they have to do some things. They have to really give some community service.
Okay. And talking about the young people who are part of the organization gives us an opportunity to introduce our guest. So introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about who you are. I know you're a student here at the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. Woo, go Lions. Go ahead.
Yes, my name is Jamal Gordon. I'm a student here, actually a senior here at UAPB, major in physical education. I'm so excited I'm graduating soon.
All right. Congratulations.
Yes. And I'm born and raised here in Pine Bluff. I love it here. I am a musician at Old St. James Missionary Baptist Church, where Pastor David Smith is the pastor.
And what do you play?
I play the organ there.
The organ,
Yes,
all
ma'am.
right, okay. So what is it that you do with the ICVR?
Well, me and myself, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Yeah, you good.
Okay. We work with Sister Lanston and Mr. Turner.
Yeah, they really organize. I mean, he's been a little bachelor, but he helps to organize and plan this event. And so, we're just glad to have it.
Okay, absolutely. And what are you looking forward to, or what have you enjoyed the most about participating in the planning of this event?
Well, the people that we work with, Jerron, Diaconita, and Kendra, we all have different personalities that come together and make one big program with all our different ideas and age difference. It's not just one set of age, different experience that we all have, and we all come together and make this program a success, including Miss Bessie Lanston, being the top, being our head, having those different ideas. It's amazing to me how we all come from the same place, different age, different mind frames, but come with one big idea to make a program successful.
And that does sound like it's one of the principles that Dr. King was known for, is all types of different people coming together, put your ideas together for one great purpose. So we're going to get ready to go to break in just a second. You guys brought a huge squad of people with you that are helping you prepare for this event. We'll be right back to talk more about the Interested Citizens for Voter Registration KINGFEST that will be taking place in January here in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. We'll be right back on UAPB Currents. Welcome back to UAPB Currents, and we are continuing in our talk about the Interested Citizens for Voter Registration KINGFEST here in Pine Bluff, January 12th through 18th. And now we have with us these three beautiful young people who are helping out with the event, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves and then tell us what part they're playing in getting ready for this event. So we'll start on the end and work our way back.
Okay, well, hello everyone. My name is Kendra Jackson, and the part that I'm mainly playing is I'll be doing a fashion show during this event for the KINGFEST, which is entitled Setting the Standard. We're going to focus more on our teenagers and how they should set the standards in dressing for job interviews, everyday wear, and church wear.
Okay, all right. Sir?
My name is Jerron Liddell, and working with these two young ladies as well as Jamal as far as the musical portion, getting different community groups to perform and showcasing some of the talent that we have here in Pine Bluff.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Diaquanita Lancelin, and I too am working with Jerron and everyone to gather groups from the community, dancers, singers, as well as poets. So we find a various amount of talent all over the city of Pine Bluff.
Okay, so it sounds like this is not just going to be a regular type of MLK Day event with a parade or a marade,
Right.
but as Reverend Turner was saying, it's a week full of events, and sounds like that you guys are going out into the community and taking all the creative aspects and bringing them in. So what has it been like for the three of you working with the planning of the event, and especially working with the youth of our city?
Well, as far as working with, we all have very different ideas, but along the same lines. I know as a teacher, I can see a lot of the things that maybe need to be addressed with the youth in our community, as well as Kendra also works with children as well. So our ideas kind of end up kind of meshing together, and so we end up kind of coming to the same conclusion about a lot of things. With Kendra's setting the standard for our fashion show, we decided to make that kind of the sub-theme of the whole program because it tied in with so much of what we wanted to address with the young people in the city.
Okay, all right. Any other, you want to address that question of what it's like for you to work with the young people?
Oh, it's a joy to work with the young people, and as well as working with them, we pretty much work a lot together throughout the year. This is not the only time that we come together, so it's easy to work with each other, and we just enjoy it. We all love children. We all have once been those kids who grew up in church singing and doing things like this. So it's important for us to try to keep it going and keep kids encouraged to be in the public eye and do different types of events so they'll be well-rounded people.
Now, I know there are people whose interest was piqued by the activities that you all are talking about that are going to take place. So, Kendra, tell us a little bit about what we can expect to see at the fashion show.
Well, basically, we're about being modest. Modest is not what people think it is. You need to have a turtleneck on, or women should always have long skirts. Basically, it's about bringing the focus to Christ. You don't ever want to be a distraction anywhere that you go. Everyone should see Christ in you. So basically, I want to show, we want to show the young people that you can still be fashionable, but still cover up.
Right.
So that's one. That's the main focus. So those three topics: the church wear, everyday wear, and especially job interviews. They don't exactly know how to do that. So we want to show them different ways of doing it for males and females.
And who are going to be your models? Are they going to be students from the community?
Yes. But I have some teenagers as well as college students that are going to be participating that I have my eye on, when it comes to fashion, because a lot of times that's the first thing I kind of see with people is their clothes, and it kind of shows me how they carry themselves. So yeah, you can expect a mixture of teenagers and college students.
Okay, all right. Now tell us about the musical aspect of the event, because there are a lot of people who love music. They love good music. So what will we be expecting from the musical aspect, and is it just going to be the one night, or how is that going?
It is just the one night for as far as the youth, but there are other events that are taking
Right.
place. We'll have some talented soloists as far as those include Kevin Crumpton Jr., a young man who plays the viola. His name is Evan Buckner, as well as talent from here at UAPB, the Yard Voices of Praise.
Okay.
And other talents include Zachariah King. He's a man of about 10 years old who will be doing the I Have a Dream speech. We will also have a motivational speaker who's a graduate of UAPB, Miss Jessica McAfee. And we'll have other praise dancers from New Birth Baptist Church, St. Peter's Rock, New St. Hurricane will be participating. We'll have young people from First Missionary Baptist Church, as well as Highland Youth and Young Adult Praise Team. We'll also have Unity of Praise Dance Academy. So we just want everyone to come out and support the kids. They deserve to have a good audience there to just support them and uplift their spirits.
Okay, well, we definitely want everybody to come out and participate in these events. So, Kendra, tell everybody when they can come out and participate and take part in viewing all the fashions for your fashion show, and then we'll let you guys invite everybody out to the concerts and dance events that take
Okay.
place.
Well, the fashion show is going to be throughout the musical, the concert.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh,
yes,
yes.
it's going to be different segments. It's going to be 3 different segments, as I already stated before. So if you come out to the KINGFEST concert, you can see all the fashions throughout the concert.
Oh, okay. That's a nice concept. So,
Yes.
which night is this taking place?
This is going to be Friday, January the 15th at New St. Hurricane at 7 p.m.
Okay, and we hope to see all of you there Friday, January 15th, New St. Hurricane Missionary Baptist Church. The information is scrolling across your screen. And to come out, you get a fashion show, a concert, dancing, lots of fun, lots of energy, lots of love. We'll see you there. Okay, and we'll be right back on UAPB Currents. Welcome back to UAPB Currents, and again we're joined by Reverend Jesse Turner with the ICVR KINGFEST, and we're also joined in this segment by Ms. Besley Lancelin, who is participating in helping get this event organized, and they're going to talk to us about some of the other events that are going to be taking place during the week of January 12th through the 18th right here in Pine Bluff. You guys go ahead and take it away, because I know you have a lot that you're going to pack into a week. We'll start with you though, Ms. Lancelin, I'm sorry. Tell us about your involvement with ICVR and the KINGFEST.
Okay. Well, for the last several years, I've been working with the youth and young adult youth extravaganza. That's pretty much my focus, although I also work with the parade and other activities throughout the year.
Okay.
But this year, I'm primarily responsible for working with the Youth and Young Adult event, which is going to be on the 15th of January at New St. Hurricane. And you previously met 4 of the young people that I've chosen in the community to work with this event. Deaquanita Lancelin, who is my daughter, Jamal Gordon, Kentra Jackson, and Jerron Liddell. They are some of the most dynamic young people in this community.
Amen.
So I chose them for that reason. And so for the last several years, they've been working with me on this event because I knew that they would know all of the gifted and talented children in this area as it relates to speaking, dancing, doing praise dances in their own church, or playing piano or whatever.
Right.
So we are really excited. But in addition to that, I also direct a women's group called Women's United for Christ, and that group will actually be giving out school supplies on the night of the event. So we are just elated that we have an opportunity as women in the community to come in and help serve the young people.
So you guys are packing Friday night full of things.
Yes.
I don't know what you're going to have left over to do throughout the rest of the week. It seems like everything is going on Friday. You have a fashion show, a concert,
Yes.
dancing,
Yes.
and you're giving away school supplies. You guys
Yes.
are making sure that this is a week full of activities.
Yes, because we want to impact our young children. There are so many negative things that are said about our children, but we have some wonderful children in this
Absolutely.
community. And so we want to highlight those children, but we want the community to come out and support these children as well, so that they can see and maybe get their children involved in this event maybe next year.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So with that,
It is
Reverend
a packed week of events. The governor of the state of Arkansas, Governor Asa Hutchinson, has proclaimed one of our events as Justice Sunday, which happens on the 17th. But beginning on the 12th of January, we will be at the Pine Bluff Country Club. Both Rotary clubs will come together, and we invite the community to come as well. Usually you have to pay to be involved with the Rotary Club, but this is a free event open to the public. Dr. Arthur Hunt from the Dumas area will be our keynote speaker on that day. And then on Tuesday, we have a youth pledge day with all of the schools in our city. We're asking students who are part of the King team that go to a particular school to encourage their peers to become nonviolent, to pledge to be nonviolent, to actually boycott violence. And that's what we want them to do. And then on the 14th, we'll be at Jack Roby Junior High, where we will have a birthday cake. We'll have a birthday bash. And we'll be down there with the 7th and 8th graders. The speaker for that is another graduate, I believe, from UAPB and from the Pine Bluff School District. Her name is Ashley Tate. And of course, they've talked to you about the gospel extravaganza. And on the 16th, we're having what we call Operation Breadbasket. We want the community, in whatever event they're attending, if they're attending the gospel event, if they would bring a non-perishable good, whether it's a canned good or whether it's spaghetti, whatever the case may be, because what we're trying to do is replenish the Salvation Army and Neighbor to Neighbor. We know that during the holidays, things have gone down, so we're trying to get that back. And then on the 17th, which is Sunday, we have what we call Justice Sunday. Justice Sunday recognizes Dr. King as a clergy, but also it recognizes the volunteers that people don't normally talk about. So it highlights them. Our speaker will be the chairman of the Delta Finance Authority for the state of Arkansas. So he will come. This event will happen at the Bethany Baptist Church on 1923 South Olive Street here in Pine Bluff. And then on Monday is the big parade. And our special guest, let me say this, our grand parade marshal, the 32nd one, is Dr. Marguerite Williams, the owner of Ephesus Bookstore, educator, a teacher, author. So she will be our parade marshal. And go ahead.
I was going to also add, this year we're adding in the Battle of the Bands for the parade. So that's a new twist to the parade process, and we think that that's going to be a big winner and draw out a lot of people as well.
Yeah, so if anybody any school wants to be a part, just get in contact with us. They'll see the information, I believe, on the screen. So just give us a call, and we'd certainly like to have them to be a part of the Battle of the Band. This is the first Martin Luther King Battle of the Band in Arkansas.
Okay.
Because I don't know if anybody else has had one of these.
Right.
And our special guest for that parade is the back-to-back Pine Bluff High School football 6A champions.
Okay.
We have invited them, and they've accepted to come and be our special guests, the coaches, the staff, and all the football players. So we just want to say to them, congratulations, and we're proud of you. So we're doing all of this to try to involve students, to try to involve youth, just business. All of it is pushed together in 1 week. No one else does a week of activities except Pine Bluff.
Okay.
The other people in the state, they actually do 1 day, which is just the parade and so forth. But we want to try to engage everyone and involve everything that Martin Luther King was about. And so we're just excited.
And we're going to have food at the end of the parade.
Okay.
So that is just fantastic.
Absolutely.
For everybody in the community to come out and get a hot dog. It's going to be fun that entire week.
Right.
Absolutely.
And that's courtesy of the Pine Bluff Police Department.
Okay.
They say they'll have food for about 500 people.
Okay.
So we want you to come out, enjoy the parade, and then get you something to eat afterward.
All right. Well, you guys take the opportunity this last minute to invite everybody to come out and join you for this week long of events before we wrap up.
We're just excited about this event for the entire week. We want you as a community to come out and just show your support for the city of Pine Bluff. We are a dynamic place to live. Please join us, especially on the 15th at New St. Hurricane for the youth and young adult event. It's going to be fantastic.
And also at the end of that parade, as we culminate the whole week, there's a young man who used to be a King team member. He is working on his doctorate degree. His name is Joey Gardner, and he will be the speaker for our young people. We always have sort of a little educational program after the parade before we go into the Battle of the Band. So Mr. Gardner will be our speaker for that day. So we just want everyone to come out. 870-413-6345 is the number to call. Call that number right now. Get on your phone and call us. We would be glad to accept you into the parade. And we just want you to come out and be a part of what we're doing. We're trying to remember the legacy of Martin Luther King, who was a great American. And we are involving a lot of people. That Sunday night service is going to be super. And so we just ask people to come out. It's at the Bethany Chapel, Missionary Baptist Church, 1923 South Olive Street here in Pine Bluff.
Okay, all right. Now, you heard call the number on the bottom of the screen so that you can find out more information about the events that will be taking place that week during January 12th through the 18th, the Interested Citizens for Voter Registration KINGFEST here in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. We thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank everybody over there in the corner. They brought a huge crew of people with them. And we thank them for involving the students and the youth of Pine Bluff and for putting on this great event. And we will see you next time.
Let me just thank you all. You guys have done a great job in the community, and we want to thank UAPB-TV 24 for allowing us to come along and be a part of the show on this day. We just thank you. thank you all for everything that you do in the city.
And we are UAPB graduates, even the young people. Diaquanita, Jamal, Jamal is still in school.
Yeah.
Jamal is a graduate, Kendra, and myself as
Yeah,
well.
and I'm an alumni, so.
All right. Well, we're always glad to have alumni come home. You're always welcome home.
Thank you.
Thank you, and we'll see you next time on UAPB Currents.